Welcome back. It is day 279 of a road to 2200. We're at 2049 and we found Va Oro. And we have the white pieces. Bro's been playing chess since 2010. Long time. But yeah, so we are playing the Vienna and they play f5. I believe the best move is just to take. And then, they're going to take the center, but I don't really like to play like that. I like to just develop. They're going to play knight out. This is it really annoys me when they play that. I could also consider d4, takes, queen takes, knight here, and play it like a reverse Scandinavian, I guess. This could be pretty good. d4 striking in the center. Imagine they played knight here. My plan was to play here, so it's an interesting game. So queen a5, or I could play queen back, knight in. I'm trying to remember what I should do, because I want to develop the bishop and castle. I could also play queen c4. Queen c4 could make some sense. Takes, knight takes. Queen c4 or queen a4. Queen a4, I mean, I can always slide the bishop or the queen back, so let's go all the way over. And now if takes, I'm going to take with the knight. And I want to get the bishop out and long castle. They go ahead and just develop their bishop. So they got eyeballs here. I mean, I can take a free pawn if I want, but I think what I should do is develop before I get into some trouble. So bishop here. If they develop the knight, I long castle. Castle. This is always protected. Let's get our bishop out, try to long castle. I'm aware that this gives up this pawn, but we're going to play on not really caring about that. Now, if they do castle, we have a check to pick up the bishop, so they got to be careful. I'm going to go ahead and castle now. And if they castle, they lose on the spot. So they have to be careful here. It's a pretty intuitive move to just castle. That's why they move their knight. But they're also protecting the pawn now, saying you can't have it. Okay, they take the free pawn. Fair enough. But I mean, I'm not really too concerned about that. Like, yeah, sure, you can start hopping in, taking free stuff, but I could put my bishop here, just stopping them from castling, for one. I could develop. If I go here, castles, the bishop out, check. Or I could play queen here first. I could also develop my knight with tempo. You play bishop here. I mean, sure, there's probably some tactics. I mean, I feel like we should just develop. Let's just develop with tempo. And they just castle hanging the knight, or hanging the bishop. So is there something I'm missing here? Just takes. I don't think I'm missing any tactics here. Okay, they take this, but I can capture, or I can just protect. I mean, I would say we probably just take. They play this. I mean, there's a. Okay, this is interesting. I mean, I take, they're gonna go here. Okay, but this should be totally fine. We just protect. If they play here, we can just take probably. Yeah. But now I go back and just protect the knight. We should just be up a piece. Let's go ahead and just protect. Let's get our last piece into the game. And I mean, now we just need to convert this, which we have struggled with in the past. For sure. But I mean, this looks like a solid plan. Gotta be careful. There are ideas of them playing stuff like this. Down, 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 down. Let's see, let's see. How should I play this? I want to go here. Is bishop here a problem? Slide back. I want to start pushing the pawn up. Could also play bishop here, here. Now let's just start pushing our pawn. They can bring out the bishop. I don't really care. I'll just slide back. Okay, but instead they're gonna go there. So I can just take if I want, but I don't need to. They're threatening my bishop. Let's just slide back. If they trade, we're happy with trades. Slide back. Once again, we're happy with trades. Although I don't like the pressure that's coming down the board. Just capture that. That's just a free piece. My opponent's used less than 2 minutes. And has hung 2 pieces. They must be tilted or something. Are they tilted? They won a bunch of games. Well, they won 4 games, then lost. Maybe that was a bad game for them. Not sure. Let's just start pushing our pawn up the board. If they tempo me, I'll just go back and offer a bishop trade. Okay, they go there. I'm just going to offer a bishop trade now. Try and seize control of this. Seems pretty logical. Or I could try to get a knight in here. That could be good. Maybe that was the play. But if they take, I'll take with the knight and then try to route this way. Yeah, let's take with the knight. Try to play knight f4, knight to g6. This looks very, very promising. You can go here, but I'm going to go here first. And after here, we have check. You have to block like this, and then we can put pressure. I mean, everything's got to be winning here. Okay, let's just give a check to start. And now, I mean, this seems very logical. We just threatened to have a discovery. I think we're straight up just threatening check here. Can I play rook here? If takes... No. I guess they have knight in. Double check. King here. Okay, just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Double check. King up. Check. King takes. Check. King goes here. Check. King here. I mean, this has to be winning. Check. King up. Check. King takes. Check. Only move. King here. We can win the queen at the very least. Well. Okay. Double check. King up. Check. Takes. Check. King here. Infiltrate. Forcing the king forward. And then we have check. That should be checkmate, actually. Because this is held, and this is held. Okay, so I found a forced mate, I believe. Double check. So we're going to sacrifice the knight by giving a check. Then we're going to bring our other rook. Actually, wait a second. I was calculating with my queen here. Anyways, here we give a check. Oh, they just sack that way? Whoa. Okay, well, if they're going to do that, sure. Sure. Now, I could be fancy, and I could take, check, forcing this, and then takes. Oh, that's actually very nice. And this is held. So I can actually sacrifice my rook here. If they take, we go check, forcing this, and then we can take the knight for free. Oh, but they go check, I just take, then they take. But then there's this at the end. We are going to pick up the rook. I mean, it's just totally over. We could have took this pawn. We could have done everything. Okay, they just bring that. Oh, interesting. So they decided not to take. So I have a check. And that is actually just a checkmate in one. GG. Let us take a look at that. We played with a 90.5. Opponent played with a 74.5. I had no brilliant moves, but I sacrificed a knight and a rook. What the hell, ChessCon? Okay, yeah, here the best move is to take, but then like knight comes out and it's you have to play stuff like this. I don't want to. I'm playing the Vienna. I don't want to be the person playing like G4, giving them this pawn. They can also just like take the full center at some moment. I don't want to play like that. So that's why I played D4, takes. Queen C4 was better, but okay, we got this. And we should have developed their knight, but I wanted a castle. This was already just losing. They needed to go back and then take. And they can never castle. If they castle, there's a check here to pick up the bishop. So they just castled, given the piece. And then, I mean, from here, we just converted the game. They hung another piece. They traded. And then I had the idea of putting my knight on this G6 square. We got into this discovery, found the best move. Sacked the knights, got a rook into the game. They have to sack the queen, which is the best move. If they play here, I mean, you just take here, check. That's just mate. For some reason, I was calculating that my queen was here, and then after this, I was calculating check, king here, and then checkmate. I don't know. I don't know why I thought my queen was on G8, but I did. And then, yeah, here we found another great move. Rook takes. After this, there's check. This is forced, and that's actually just going to be mates, more than likely. Mate in 6. But, I mean, takes. They have to block. I was just going to play, like, bishop takes. Then there's rook here. Put more pressure on the pin piece. Like, it's just completely over. King moves, just take. King here. I mean, we just obliterate the position. So, yeah. They just gave me checkmate in one. Let's play another one. Okay, we found some Mr. Oatmeal. Mammoth, Oatmeal. We have the black pieces. 2075. And they're playing d4. Let's go ahead and play d5. We're playing very solidly. Queen's Gambit declined. Jawinski or Magnus's Queen's Gambit. Whatever one you want to call it. Best move is takes. But some people will develop their knights. And then I'll capture. And then if they play here, we go here. And if takes and they play in the center, yeah. If they play this, the move is here, here, b4, and the better move was e3 rather than e4, as unintuitive as that seems, blocking in the bishop, but also, you're keeping your pawn structure solid. The difference here is now after b4, I'm able to play bishop b7, and it's just a trade of pawns. Where if you play e3, there's no pawn there for me to take. So that is the difference. I believe that we play c5 here. Takes, and then queen to c7. If I'm not mistaken. Or I could play bishop here. But I believe c5 is the move. But maybe it's not, because they can maybe play d5. Queen up. If takes, I just develop my bishop maybe. They can't push. Yeah, let's move our queen now. We've got this 4-on-2, which looks very, very scary for my opponent, to be honest. And I got a pretty simple plan here. I'm not going to take, obviously, because then there's this. That's a very interesting move, I must say. I could take here now. I can also just develop. If they push, I mean, weakens that square. Here, takes, queen takes. And I can maybe go here. Let's develop our knight. If they push... Oh. Oh, if I go here, there's push now. So maybe I push, losing the pawn. Ha. Yes. Okay, maybe that was a silly willy move. I have to move my queen. And now they can probably just push. Which looks very, very scary. I should have probably played b4 at some moment, maybe. Trying to remove the defender of this. Here, this seems pretty logical. Let's go after this bishop. It's kind of too strong for my liking. This is a problem. I'm not gonna lie. It's a huge problem. They control way too much of the center. I don't want to take either, because they just come in with tempo. Takes, we take like this. I need to castle. I know I can get myself into some trouble by not castling in these positions. I think they're going to play bishop back. I don't think they'd let me take this or protect. Neither of those moves really make that much sense to me. Oh, they trade that way. Really? Okay, well, let's take with the rook. The knight comes in. What? Opening up an attack. We have to go back. Now if takes. There's queen takes. We're going to get ourselves into trouble. I'm calling it right now. This bishop's going to be a problem because I'm not developing it. But I can't play bishop here. And I don't want to put the bishop here because they just push. At some moment, probably. I think we just give the pawn back. It doesn't really make sense to go here and allow them to have this. So takes, queen takes. It is what it is, my friends. I guess I can play here. Maybe pawn takes? Let's develop. I mean, we're up a pawn still. So if we just trade, we should be okay. Especially with this 4-on-2. I don't think they should trade. I think they should go back. So they were threatening this, by the way, so. Yeah, now developer bishop. Attack the knight, force the knight back, I think. We can't castle. Well, we will be able to castle, potentially. If they protect, we just snap take. But I think we're going to see this, and then I'm just going to get my king safe, I think. That, we're going to take with the queen, keeping our pawn structure intact. And then castles, we're up a pawn. I also have ideas of playing f6. Okay, they're attacking my queen again. So I guess I could play this, trying to offer a trade. Let's offer a trade. We'll take back with the h pawn if they decide to take or trade. They indeed do not. I don't want to get my queen trapped. That is a thing. Down, down, down to down. I mean, I should probably play just solid and play like queen b6. Let's just play queen b6, g6, castles. So here takes. Then I can maybe manually castle. No, the bishop's gonna hang. I could take, but then there's bishop takes. My king's stuck in the center of the board. If I go here, there's takes. Kind of losing our pawn advantage. I can also push, but doesn't really seem to make a lot of sense. Here takes. The bishop's a problem. But maybe I just go here. Let's play g6. Takes. King f7. Rook e8. And we get our king, or our rook out of the middle. There's a check. I guess I can go here. But check. King here. No, there's no check with the bishop. Just this check. King g7. And then I can just solidify. We should be safe. Relatively safe. Check. No, but they go there instead. So if I take, they take. So we pretty much have to go here. Or I guess I could play this. Check. King here. I think we just play it solid and bring our rook into the game. It's very, very, very scary. Okay, now slide out of the way. Bishop up, probably next move. They're trying to infiltrate. So maybe I play rook up. Rook in, takes. Rook here, bishop back. No, let's go here. If they go check, I have rook e7 maybe. Do I have rook e7? Or is that losing? Check here, takes here. Bishop moves. Just bring the other rook. Should be fine. Ah, but no, there's this. Ah, shoot. We missed the tactic. So they win a pawn. So they get their pawn back and a lot more activity. Okay, but now we just go here. This, we just move our queen. Actually, no, we would just take, obviously. No, we wouldn't. Takes, there's queen takes. This, we have takes. We're starting to solidify. They don't have this tactic anymore. Or do they? No, I just take. This is protected enough times. Because the rook moved. They missed a nice tactic. That doesn't work anymore. I just take. What? Takes. The bishop's there. They just completely missed this. I just captured. They're one move too slow. Obviously, you can't take this because there's, well, this and this. But, yeah, very nice. We just need to make sure that we don't lose to any tactics here. Yeah, they put more pressure. I believe I can just take at this point, though. Because now, queen takes. So what? Rook takes, queen takes. I just bring my queen back to d6. We just trade, I believe. Should be just chilling. I'm threatening to just simplify even more with rook e7. Rook here, I have check, king up. Ooh, actually, I have to be careful. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I did miss that move. I guess I could still play rook e7, and if takes, takes. I don't like that, though. Here. Check. I mean, they can never come in. So let's just start with check. And then play like this kind of thing. No, I can't hang this. Don't hang the rook. Oh, they just go back. There. Okay, but maybe now rook here. And he checks. Queen takes, bishop takes, rook takes. Oh. Yeah, let's not hang that. I have to stay on this diagonal. Do not forget that. I don't want to lose on time. Move the queen, idiots. Let's just bring the queen back. We couldn't go here because they're going to repeat. Infiltration is covered. Rook is protected. They push their pawn. Let's start attacking. So it's still covered. Just want to make sure there's no infiltration. That is the main thing. Okay, they're being pretty tricky here. Can't do that. Let's just come all the way back. They can take the pawn, then I'll capture here. Captures. And then I think we just come in. We have pressure on this. There's no infiltration here. We're up on time. We've got a wooden shield, as Mr. Hikaru would say. Now, any checks? I don't think so. Let's just bring our queen. Putting more pressure, we're threatening rook takes. How do you protect that? I don't think you can. They want to give me checks. So, is there queen takes? No. Rook takes. Check. King up. No more checks. So let's just go ahead and take. King up. No more checks. We should just be completely winning here. Your queen can come back and play defense, but it doesn't matter because this is a double check. Okay, for one, I have this to pick up the queen. Actually, let's just checkmate in two. So let's go check. King has to go here, and then we have check. Yeah, but we just take. It's totally over. GG. Let us look at that game. 84.1. We did make quite a big blunder, and there was a lot of great games played in this game. 5 by my opponent and 4 by me. I just found 19 of the best moves, and they found 6. So I was just a little bit more accurate, but they had an advantage quite a bit throughout this game. And I think it was pretty felt. Now, they did go into my opening prep here, and I should have developed my bishop first. But that's okay. Yeah, because of c5, and then after c5, we're kind of like, we played this wrong. It's as simple as that. But here we can sack the pawn back, and we're supposed to offer a queen trade, but we didn't. And then they brought their bishop out and brought their bishop out again. And when we found g6, takes, and this is a blunder. We need to play bishop here, check, and probably king here. Check. And run the king to the side of the board. And then they have this. Queen back. Can't they just take, though? No, not that. You get the point. But okay, we've got this. We put our bishop back, and then they bring in the rook. And we have to block, and then we brought the other rook. Now, yeah, I could have played here. Because if they take, I mean, we can take with the queen or the rook. I mean, if this, maybe there's, no, there's not. Queen takes, something like this could be played. And then they just sacked their bishop. I think... Okay, so that was the best move. I was thinking that here they could have sacked their bishop. Rook takes? Oh, I'm just an idiot. It's a free rook. Yeah, so they just sacked their bishop on the wrong move, and then we traded because we're happy with trades. And then even here, oh, it wanted rook this. Takes. It wanted me to play this endgame. Wait, why don't they just take? Oh, because of this. More than likely. And I mean, we're just up a bishop. I don't know. Don't ask me. We could have just been up a piece, but then we got all this pressure and king moves. There's no checks and GG. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.